Let's be honest, we are the comfort generation. We've been sold a seductive lie that life is supposed to be frictionless, that happiness is just one more click, one more dopamine hit, one more distraction from that nagging feeling that we aren't really in control of our own lives. We're told life should be easy, that we should be easy on ourselves. But what if that's the exact lie that's keeping you weak, distracted, and unfulfilled? 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor sat down not to write a bestseller, but to write notes to himself. He wasn't writing to be popular, he was writing to be ruthlessly effective. He knew a truth our modern world desperately wants you to forget. Real discipline isn't found in comfort, it's forged in the fire of uncomfortable truths. These are his toughest lessons on personal responsibility and self-control, the ones that are going to sting but might just set you free. This first uncomfortable truth flips modern self-help on its head. The prevailing wisdom tells you to be kind to yourself, to forgive your own lapses instantly, all while holding the world to an impossibly high standard. Marcus Aurelius demanded the opposite. He wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This isn't about beating yourself up, it's about radical accountability. Think about it. How often do you get frustrated with other people for their lack of discipline, for their mistakes, for not meeting your expectations? Now, how often do you apply that same tough standard to yourself? It's easy to critique the world. It's brutally hard to critique the person in the mirror. The Stoic path to discipline starts by turning your harshest criticism inward. It means you hold yourself to the highest possible standard of conduct, integrity, and effort. It means you stop making excuses for your own behavior. When you fail to meet your own standard, you don't just shrug it off. You analyze it, learn from it, and you demand better from yourself tomorrow. You are the only person whose actions you can truly command, so command them with rigor. The world and the people in it, they're external, largely outside your control. Treat them with patience, but your own mind, your own will, that's your empire. Rule it with an iron fist. All right, here's a truth that's tough to swallow for a lot of people. Your emotional suffering is largely a choice. Marcus Aurelius put it with piercing clarity. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. You should read that again. The pain isn't from the thing itself, but from your estimate of it. Your boss didn't make you angry. Your boss said something, and you chose an interpretation that created anger. That traffic jam isn't making you stressed. The traffic is just traffic. It's a neutral event. You are choosing to generate stress in response to it. This is probably the most uncomfortable lesson of all because it completely dismantles the victim narrative our culture loves to push. To be disciplined is to utterly reject being a victim. It's understanding that while you can't control what happens to you, you have absolute power over how you respond. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about interrogating them. When you feel that spike of anger or anxiety, the disciplined mind doesn't just react, it pauses. It asks, is this feeling based on objective reality or my judgment of it? Is this in my control? When you refuse to blame the outside world, you take all your power back. Your peace of mind isn't some fragile thing that can be shattered by a bad day. It's a fortress, and you're the one guarding the gate. Discipline is learning to keep that gate closed to anything that doesn't serve you. Most of us think of discipline as a restriction, a cage, a long list of things we can't do. The Stoics saw it as the exact opposite. Discipline is the only real freedom. Without it, you aren't free at all. You're a slave to your every impulse, craving, and fleeting emotion. You're just a passenger in your own life, bounced around by your own biology and the manipulations of the world around you. Imagine a ship without a captain, its sails just flapping in the wind, getting pushed and pulled by every current. That's a life without discipline. With discipline, you grab the wheel, you chart the course, you pick the destination. The winds and waves will still hit you, but now you are in command, steering with purpose. This is what Marcus Aurelius meant when he talked about fighting the desire for mindless pleasure. He wasn't against happiness, he was against being ruled by the hunt for it. The undisciplined person is a slave to their phone, to their sugar cravings, to their need for instant validation. They are not free. They're puppets whose strings are pulled by algorithms and ads. The disciplined person says no to the easy, immediate pleasure because they're working towards a greater long-term good. They are building something. They earn their freedom every single day by mastering themselves. That self-mastery is the ultimate form of power. This next one is aimed right at the heart of our hyper-connected world. Marcus Aurelius was baffled by this. He wrote, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others." Doesn't that sound like a perfect diagnosis of our society? We are obsessed with what other people think. We curate our lives for an audience, measuring our worth in likes and shares. We basically outsource our self-worth to the fickle judgment of the crowd. This is a recipe for anxiety and a total surrender of self-control. Discipline requires you to have an internal compass. It demands that you become the ultimate judge of your own character. You have to create your own code and live by it, whether anyone is watching or not. The Stoic does what's right, not what's popular. They act with integrity, not for applause. This is incredibly hard. It means you might have to walk your own path, even if you end up walking it alone. It means finding satisfaction in the work itself, not in the praise that might come after. It means that, at the end of the day, the only approval you really need is your own. Your opinion of yourself has to become the only one that truly matters. Look, you can read every book on discipline, watch every motivational video, and listen to every podcast out there, but all of that thinking is worthless if you don't do anything. Marcus Aurelius was a man of action, and his philosophy is brutally practical. He said, "In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander." That's a three-part attack on the enemies of discipline. First, don't procrastinate. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike. And motivation comes and goes. Discipline is a system. The work has to get done whether you feel like it or not. Second, don't confuse. Speak clearly. Act with purpose. A confused mind leads to hesitant action. Know what you're doing and why. And third, don't wander. This is a command to control your focus. In an age of endless distraction, the ability to command your own attention is a superpower. Discipline isn't a feeling, it's a choice you make over and over again. It's choosing to get up when the alarm rings, not 5 minutes later. It's choosing to do the hard task first. It's choosing to focus on one thing at a time. As Marcus put it, don't waste time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Stop thinking about being disciplined and just start being disciplined, one action at a time. And this final truth might be the most humane one of all. If you think discipline is about being perfect, you're going to fail before you even start. You will miss a workout, you will eat the cake, you will waste an hour scrolling. The undisciplined person sees a slip-up as proof that they're a failure, so they just give up entirely. The disciplined person sees it for what it is, a chance to practice getting back on track. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He said, "When force of circumstance upsets you, lose no time in recovering your self-control and do not remain out of tune longer than you can help. Habitual recurrence to the harmony will increase your mastery of it." The real test of discipline isn't whether you get knocked down, it's how quickly you get back up. The goal isn't a perfect, unbroken chain of success. That's a fantasy. The goal is to make the gap between screwing up and getting back to it as short as possible. Missed a morning workout? Don't write off the whole day. Go in the evening. Wasted an hour on social media? Don't waste another hour feeling guilty. Put the phone down and get back to work. Real self-discipline requires self-forgiveness, not to be weak, but to be effective. Shame holds you back. Recovery moves you forward. Every time you stumble and get back on your feet, your resolve gets stronger. That's how you master it. So, if these uncomfortable truths hit home and you're ready to stop making excuses and start building real, effective discipline, then subscribe to this channel for more ancient wisdom for modern problems. Like this video to help spread the message, and let us know in the comments which of these truths hit you the hardest. Look, the path Marcus Aurelius lays out isn't easy. It's a road of constant self-examination, radical responsibility, and incredibly high standards. It's meant to be a punch to the gut, to wake you up from the comfortable slumber of modern life. These truths are uncomfortable because they put the full weight of your life right on your shoulders. There's no one else to blame, there's nowhere else to look but inside. But here's the thing. In that crushing responsibility lies ultimate power. The power to master your mind, direct your will, and build a life of purpose and integrity no matter what chaos is raging around you. The choice, as always, is yours.